Um, all right, so if you guys don't know me, I'm Ashley Roberts, and we're all kind of running this group together, switching off on the calls and everything like that. So just a couple things I wanted to cover with you guys tonight, kind of just some like next step moving forward stuff, and then also just answer any questions that you guys have, anything that I can help you with as of right now. I think Q&As are always pretty helpful because sometimes we all have similar questions, different questions, and then it kind of just helps us kind of get a better handle on what more we need to focus on with helping you guys with your businesses too. So I did a little video in here earlier about, just basically what you need to know about being a coach. Basically, just the most primitive, simplistic things that we do daily that we tend to overthink sometimes, and social media and all that stuff gets in the way, and it just seems like I feel like I need to be doing a million things and going a million miles an hour, and that's when overwhelm can set in. I've been there, I've had it happen, and I've like totally shut down and like considered throwing in the towel at times because I just felt totally overwhelmed. And I feel like when that happens, there's either two things we can do, like fight or flight. We can either not really sure what we're doing, I feel like I'm overwhelmed, like shut down and do nothing. Or we can say, you know what, like let's tackle this one day at a time, one thing at a time, and just focus on the basics, on what I need to be doing every day, not just to grow my business, but personally to help me on my own personal journey. Because we're all on the same journey. We're all doing something to better our health, better our fitness, better our habits. Only we just have this little bonus piece where we get to call it a job and we can help other people along the way. So it's pretty awesome, to say the least, to be a coach, because we get to do this for fun, but also like kind of for work too. So, so just the basics. And if you didn't watch my video, go back and watch it. I'm not going to repeat everything that I said on the video. But just the importance of showing up every day, even when it's hard. And I can't say enough about that. And you'll know as you continue to build your business, you'll notice that you have certain people that kind of look to your posts every day and look for your inspiration and look for your motivation, even if it's, just a simple sweaty selfie that says, I didn't want to do it today, but I did it anyway. So keep moving forward, hashtag stronger every day, whatever it is. And you never really know who you are inspiring or influencing just by your own personal actions every day. So, to say the least, showing up is hands down one of the biggest things you can do. And not just for your business, but for yourself. We all know we feel better when we work out, when we sweat it out, when we're stressed, and we can just go throw some weights around or go, work off a sweat and kind of just forget for a little bit. And we feel better when our nutrition is on point. And, when we have those victories, whether they're scale or non-scale victories, that are exciting. And, you want to share those with people, and you want to say, like, guess what I did this week? I lost 5 pounds this week, or I didn't have any cheesecake this week, and that's a huge victory for me. So like whatever it is, celebrate those victories and don't be afraid to share those. So I wanted to just touch on one thing. This Super Saturday that I'm in St. Louis, and we had this amazing guy, Jimmy Hayes Nelson, come and speak. And he's been a coach for 10 years. He was one of the first coaches. He's not a founding coach, but I think like they started this coaching thing, and then 6 months later he signed up. And are you shaking your head no at me? Are you saying no? He's like, that didn't happen. No. So anyway, he's been around the block. Like, he knows it. He's been through it. He gets it. Granted, he makes boatloads of money now. He's been in Insanity videos and PIO videos, and he knows the business, the ins and outs of the business. And we had the chance to go to dinner with him Friday night and kind of pick his brain a little bit behind the scenes before we got to hear him speak on Saturday. And, you know, we all have a different story, and we all have had these struggles. And we were kind of sharing with him some of our struggles as seasoned coaches. And he was kind of just giving us some of his experience. And the one thing that he said is, you know what, there are still days that I sit down on my computer and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to post. I don't know who I'm going to talk to. I don't even want to invite. I don't want to do any of that stuff. But I know that if I don't do those things, I can't expect my business to go anywhere. And he couldn't stress enough just that daily behavior type stuff, getting in that daily routine and making it a point every day to do something that's going to take your business forward. Whether it's, you know, I'm going to get a couple posts out there on social media today just so my face pops up in people's news feed. You know, I'm going to put something motivational out there. I'm going to compliment somebody on something that they posted on social media, or somebody at the grocery store. I'm going to tell them that I love their shoes, or, you know, whatever it is. But stepping a little bit out of your comfort zone kind of is a little bit what this coaching thing is about initially. Because I know, raise your hand, like if it's kind of been a struggle for you to say, all right, like I'm totally going to put myself out there 100% and just like let it fly, you know, because I think we like hesitate and we're like, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? Like, who's going to judge me, you know? And that happens no matter what you do. And if this makes you happy and this, you know, you feel good and you're doing it, who gives a crap what anybody else thinks, you know? Like it's not about them. Their opinions aren't going to pay our bills. So it's us and just, you know, and that continues to boost your confidence in this business and just personally. I mean, for me, I am not a public speaker. I despise it. Like when I very first had to speak on a call, it terrified me and I was like sweating and shaking. I'm like sweating right now. Just because it's just me. It makes me nervous. And this past Saturday was our third market council event that I've been the MC for. And we have anywhere from 100 to 150 people that I just get up and speak the whole time, you know, and introduce our speaker and run the whole show. And it's just like second nature to me now, because I decided one day when we didn't have somebody to do it, I'm just going to tear the Band-Aid off and do it. Because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Like, oh, well, if I fumble, like the world's not going to end. At least I hope not. And, you know, it's just going to make me be a stronger person. So we talk about, you know, sharing your story, posting 3 times a day, you know, putting yourself out there, and it's not for the sake of being a salesperson. And it's not, you know, post 3 times a day a picture of your bag of Shakeology. Like, no, absolutely not. We don't want anybody to do that. But just getting out of your comfort zone and boosting your confidence, because in the long run, that helps you not only with yourself, your own personal transformation, your own personal journey, but it helps build your confidence in the business, and it helps build your confidence in talking to other people about what it is that you're doing, and just being willing to share that story. So take a breath for a minute. Do you guys have any questions so far or anything? No? Okay, I'm gonna take a drink. So going back to those daily habits, those daily behaviors, you know, every day I make a point to talk to at least five new people a day. And that doesn't mean I'm sending 5 invites. That doesn't mean I'm, you know, private messaging somebody, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? I'm just making connections with 5 new people each day. Whether it's, you know, somebody from high school that I haven't talked to in years and just complimenting them on their beautiful family, I haven't seen them in 15 years, or whether it's somebody who liked one of my pictures and I'm just saying, you know, thanks so much for the love. How have you been? Or, you know, when you post, like if you post a recipe and somebody likes it, saying thanks, you know, just asking a question pertaining to what it is. And just making those small, simple connections every day. And even the behind the scenes stuff, when you're posting or when you're sending somebody a message, then your stuff pops up in their newsfeed that much more often. If you're doing the private message behind the scenes type stuff, then your stuff begins popping up in more people's messages because you're a lot more active on social media. So those simple basics. And And like I said, the number one thing in that video that I was talking about is doing a program, like start to finish, and those quick wins. So I kind of want to dive in a little bit to the like nitty gritty of what I really wanted to talk about on this call tonight, and that is the quick wins. Those are the retention things for not just for you in this business, but for your customers and, you know, potential customers and potential coaches and things like that. And that's getting those quick wins. Not talking about a quick fix, but like those early victories to help you build your business. So we talk a little bit about like, you know, challenge groups. We talk about running a challenge group. We talk about getting to Emerald, rank advancing, you know, getting your first customers, signing, you know, your first coaches, your first customers, your first Success Club points and things like that. And those are all very, very important steps in building your business along the way. But what I want to challenge you to do is, even if it's just a free trial, 2-week trial of workouts, I challenge you to find somebody who wants to do this. And we talk about, here's your contact list, you know, talk to people that are potentially interested in this business, that are potentially interested in the workouts and things like that. Yes, like we do want to start a list of people. We do want to work from that list. But even if you begin talking to people about their health and fitness and you get those like, no, I'm not ready right now, or you get objections to Shakeology, because that happens quite a bit, turning that around and saying, listen, like if you're not really sure about this, why don't we do a 2-week free trial and you can try these workouts out, and I can check in with you a couple times during these 2 weeks, and we can decide, you know, if and how and when you want to move forward, what's going to be the best option for you. So of course, I personally always lead with a challenge pack. That's always my first option, because I know from personal experience, nutrition plus fitness equals results. And when we stay consistent with that, we know that we're going to get the results. So when I tell people, listen, do you want to get the results like I've had? Do you want to have the experience that I've had? Do you want to have the energy that I've had throughout this whole journey? This is what I do, and this is what works for me. This is what I do for my challengers. This is what works for them. However, you know, when that's not always an option, because we know it's not, if every single person we talk to said, yep, sounds great, 100%, like sign me up for a challenge pack, I'm great, sign me up as a coach, like sure, let's do it all, you know, like that would be, come on, like that's not going to happen, right? So we know we have those people that say no, we know we get those objections, but walking them through another option is always better than nothing. I would rather have, you know, 100 people that have tried out the workouts than I've said, well, if you're not going to buy anything, sorry, see you later, because then we're just a glorified salesperson, you know, and we're not here actually making attempts to help people with their results. I've had customers that have started with a free trial, and then the next month they decided they're going to do a 90-day membership, and then their 90 days comes up and they're like, you know, I really think I'm ready to try Shakeology now. And then they do the whole challenge pack, and they've had the experience, and then they're a long-term customer because you've been patient with them, you've understood, and you've continued to offer your support every step of the way. Regardless of anybody's financial status or purchase number or order number or whatever it is, you're still going to continue to offer that support and encouragement. Questions? No? I don't know where Audrey went. So those quick wins, not just for yourself, of course, one quick win for yourself is working through a program and sharing those results. So doing Sean Week for a week and doing before and after pictures, or before pictures and measurements on day 1 and then on day 7, and being able to share a 7-day victory that you had in that week. That's like a quick win. That's an easy way to share something. You know, you don't have to do a 90-day program and then wait to share your results. You can say, guess what? You know, I drank Shakeology for 7 days and I did these 7 workouts and I lost 5 pounds and I feel amazing. Like 1 week, that's a lot you can do in 1 week. I'm actually running a 1-week free group starting tomorrow for any people that aren't working with a coach, that are not a coach. And I'm just trying to reach a different bit of people on my friends list that maybe don't want to pay for anything right now, but they still want to try it out. So I can at least try to help them and get some people some results in 7 days. So those kind of quick wins. A 3-day refresh is a great way to get a quick win for yourself or for a customer or a challenger. I would strongly encourage any coaches who are starting out to consider doing a 3-day refresh, just so you have something like that to share with other people. You know, and it's not a, you know, quick fix, hurry up kind of cleanse thing that we've seen a lot of. I know we see a lot of other companies promote a quick fix kind of cleanse thing. And this is like a natural food-based, plant-based cleanse and kind of a detox, which is great. I've done it once. I should be doing it this week in prep for our Orlando trip, but I totally forgot to order mine. So I'm probably going to do one after Thanksgiving. But it's a great way to kind of get rid of that bloat and get rid of that excess water weight and kind of just tighten up and firm up. And then just your energy, like you just feel so much better because you kind of just get rid of all that crud that we've been putting in our bodies. So that's another quick win for people. And same thing with our conversations. So this is something that Deidre and I can definitely help you guys with, and not just you, Brandy. I'm just talking to anybody who's watching the recording too. But when you're having a conversation or you're not really sure where to, you know, like, okay, I want to put a post out on social media and say, hey, I'm doing, you know, a 30-day group, you know, who's interested in losing a couple pounds and feeling better and working on nutrition, and, you know, you put your post out there. Now what? Well, now is the time, you know, when you start to have that traction, when you start to have that interest, that you want to get one of us or your upline coach into a group message and say, you know, you've got a person that's like, all right, tell me more about this. You can say, listen, like my upline coach and I are going to share some really great information with you about this, you know, or I'm going to add my upline coach to this message just to make sure that I don't miss anything, you know, that I've covered everything. And that way we can help walk you through these conversations. So that way it doesn't feel awkward for you. So since we've been doing this for so many years, it's not something that's like, I don't know what to say, or I don't want to say the wrong thing, or, you know, we can kind of share with you the steps that we take to build a relationship and build a positive conversation and help somebody to understand the overall benefit. When I first started, I go back and look at those early messages that I first sent, and I'm like, what? Like, did I really say that? No wonder that person like unfriended me, or no wonder, you know, because it was like a 10-page documentary word vomit on like Beachbody. And I'm like, why did because I'm a very like self-motivated person. Like, I'm gonna go do it myself. Like, I got this. And I went in, you know, no experience with network marketing or, you know, anything like that to begin with. And I just vomited Beachbody everything all over these people, and they never responded. And I'm like, well, duh, like I haven't talked to you since high school. And now I'm like, hey, oh my gosh, how you been? So good to hear from you. Guess what? I'm doing all these Beachbody workouts and blah, 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 and Shakeology. It's so great. I feel amazing and wonderful, and I'm losing weight and I feel great. And you should totally join me, and I have a group starting, and it's going to be really fun. And you're going to feel great. People are like, what the heck is this lady? Get her out of here. Like, she's nuts. What is she taking? Like, she is on something for sure. So, so building those relationships, creating interest in general. And when you have that interest, through, you know, sharing a little bit of your story, sharing little bits and pieces, little snippets of how you're improving your life every day, then you start to create that interest. And that's when you start to build those relationships. And walking through those simple steps, you know, just having us in there in a conversation can really help you with those first victories, with getting those first customers and coaches signed up, explaining a little bit more about behind the scenes, the business type stuff. Because you might have a friend right away that's like, dude, tell me what you're doing. Like, what is this coaching thing all about? You know, and And then me at the beginning is like, oh my gosh, well, you sign up as a coach and then you get to sign up other people and then you make all this money and then blah, blah, blah. And then it's only $15 a month. But if you're military, you don't have to pay that. And then, you get a discount on your Shakeology and it's so great. And, people are like, what? Like this, and that tends to be where we lose people with the crazy chaos conversations and stuff like that. So if we can kind of walk you guys through this, and just kind of help you with those early on conversations, you can kind of see how the pattern and how the flow kind of goes. We can post scripts in our group all day and share, our conversations and stuff. But when you kind of get in it, you kind of get familiar, and it should never be a chasing like sale type thing. It should always be what do you need? How can I help? How can I help you with your goals? How can I, what are your struggles? What is it you're looking for? Let me see if I have something that can kind of match your goals. So 7:54. So that's kind of what I wanted to chat about tonight. Does that all make sense? Because and I'm going to share a little statistic with you guys too. So I think, who was it? It might've been, I think it was Eric Worre, who is a network marketing guru. He wrote the book GoPro, which is amazing. I have it right down there. And for people in a network marketing business, because that's what we're doing, is network marketing, as sometimes gross as that word may sound, or those words may sound for some people, sounds icky or salesy. Well, that's not what we're doing. We're not being salespeople. We're helping people with their results. But network marketing, what he said was, people that start and in their first 6 months make $0, that, have never done anything to make, $0, they've made $0, have about a 20% retention rate. So think about this with potential coaches that you may sign up, and helping them get those first quick wins too. $0, 20% retention rate. If any of those people make $1, 4 quarters, literally $1, it's an 80% retention rate. So it's amazing to think, just helping somebody, not just yourself, but just helping somebody else, you have somebody who's potentially interested in becoming a coach too, helping them get those early victories. Whether it's, somebody just wants to buy a 3-day refresh, somebody wants to sign up for a club membership and you earn $15 from that. Just those little things and continuing to build those things along the way are going to help you grow your business immensely. And just trying to meet somebody in the middle. So you talk to somebody, they say, listen, I literally cannot afford a $160 challenge pack right now, but I'm still interested in the workouts. What can I do? Awesome. Well, we can do a 90-day club membership. It's $40. You'll get your access to your workouts and online meal planning for 90 days, and we can start you there. And I know 100% somebody would be much happier if they, we've tried and they're no, they would be much happier to know that you can meet them in the middle and still help them find something to meet their needs, as opposed to nothing at all. So that's what we do. That's our motto. We're here to help people. So, Brandy, do you have any questions? Anything from this week that you need help with, that you want to talk about?
Nope. Every time I come up with a question, I'm always texting Deidre.
Okay.
But no, I literally watch everything that you guys post and all your videos, and I literally take notes every time that I watch them. So I have a book started for all notes, and I literally, take everything that you guys say and I do it. So. Okay, good.
Okay, now I don't want to call you out, but are you applying those things as well? For me, I'm a collector of information and then I don't do anything with it. But are you talking to people? Are you having conversations? Are you sharing your journey on social media? Okay, good.
Yep.
Because it only works if we work. And, you know, I can like, I look at some of my early notebooks and I'm like, man, why didn't I ever share this? Like, there's such good stuff in here. Like, why didn't I do that? You know? And yeah, like we can be a collector of information or we can be a doer. And as long as you're doing, you know, doing the actions every day, you're going to continue to see success. I think one of the old vital behaviors used to be something like be here in a year. And it's totally true. Much like any other kind of business, you know, you open a restaurant, you open a shoe store, a clothing store, whatever. You can't expect to make $1 million in your first couple months being open. You know, you kind of have to learn a little bit of the ins and outs of how to do this right, and how to have long-term success. And I think, you know, giving yourself 30 days, it's not really giving yourself a fair shot. Giving yourself 3 months, like, yeah, you're starting to get it a little bit, but it does take some time, and it does take some consistency, and knowing that you have the ability to do this business on your own schedule from your house or your car or your, you know, wherever, really is such a luxury. And there's no limit to what you can do with this business. There's, you know, unlimited potential, and it's really up to you however you make it. And there's, you know, tons of high-ranking millionaire coaches that have proven that, you know, that came from nothing or came from nowhere, had no experience, had never, you know, posted anything on social media, didn't even have Facebook, you know, things like that, and have made themselves a really incredible life just through this business. And I think that's what is so great about this company, is that we are so people oriented and we are so people focused and helping people focused that, you know, it's not about a quick sale. It's not about like how many people can I recruit to hurry up and buy this stuff so I can meet my quota kind of thing. Like, there's nothing that is just selly, icky stuff. We're a community, you know, and I think we can see that on our calls, on our, you know, on our bigger team calls too, on our Facebook pages and stuff like that, that we're here to support and encourage each other. And I think as long as we continue to do those things, we'll have success. So
definitely.
Awesome, girl. Well, thanks so much for getting on. I will post the recording here shortly, and then we are going to rock and roll. I think we're going to do a few posts this week, and I'm not sure if we're going to have a call next week because Deidre and I are going to be in Orlando, but we're going to try to work it out and make it work. So we may end up popping in and doing a live video or something instead. But
okay.
But yeah, so we will. Any questions you have, post them in the group. I mean, anything, literally, because we love stuff like that. We love to be able to help and kind of give you an answer. So.
All right.
Need anything, just let us know. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Bye-bye.